We're live. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of the Smart Degenerates. I am your host, Rashard90302, along with Mike G and Jay Meso. We are the best, LA's best sports investors, LA's top sports investors, here to teach you the do's and the do's of gambling. Now, basically, I specialize in seeing things from your perspective. What did you see as far as the game you watched? The eyeball test, tendencies, like how teams travel, what are their records when traveling across country, or just what are the various things that you can just see actually watching the game yourself. My boy Jay Meso, he's here to also kick off what he specializes in.
Alright, what's up everybody? I'm Jay Meso. I specialize more so in the baseball picks. I think I specialize in the money management, and then of course, again, preaching that discipline that we all need to survive next week.
I will say, out of the three of us, he is the most disciplined so far.
For sure.
Yeah, we'll get into all of that, but hey, Mike G.
Yeah, I am your boy Mike G, 21.
Hey.
And like he said, we've been gambling over 11 years, so we know what the fuck we're talking about. My thing I like to watch is the line. I like to study lines, and I like to know the history of the matchup because, quite frankly, in gambling, the same shit happens over and over, year after year. You just have to look for the patterns and know, what's going to happen. You got to study the matchups. You have to study how this team travels, how they play at home, shit like that. It's not just a guessing game. You do the homework, you get paid. So yeah, again, like you said, we're here to help you. We're going to give you our email address at smartdegenerates@gmail. Follow us on IG at smartdegenerates. You can ask us any questions. We give out free picks.
Flood that thing, man.
And just hit us up, man, for any of your questions. We're here to help.
Just to be very clear, we are not bookies. We are not making bets. We're simply telling you how to make money while on the favorite sports that you have. You're watching the game anyway. Let's generate some income for you. Let's grow that money. Let's see what we can do for you guys.
Bet.
Now, how we want to kick things off, fellas?
We got a good week of football coming up, man.
Definitely week 2 is a good week.
One second, before we go deep into the football, I just want to say I called out the Dodgers slide 3 weeks ago.
He did.
August 21st, the last time we shot, I said time to jump off the Dodgers train. And what did they do? They fucking lost 12 out of 13 games in a row.
and do you know what? Me and Mike G know you caught that, but Mace, I have been telling you, as your friend, you got to be a little bit more, or a little less shy.
You're right.
And have a little bit more bravado with your picks, because you did indeed call that about a month ago, bro.
We gotta put that shit. We gotta put that shit.
Bro, you gotta start flexing your muscles when you
shit on
feel
IG
shit like that, bro. Because he did call that for you baseball fans.
He did. What they lose, like 12 out of 13.
Man. 12 out of 13. They lost 10 straight. I remember that. They lost 10 straight.
Wow.
They have won their last 2, so they finally figured something out. They beat the Giants today, and I think the Giants yesterday, right?
Yeah, they did. They won their last 2 games.
So I mean, so again, maybe now let's flip back around. But the whole point is, when we see something, we gotta know. We gotta call it out. Now, what I did miss, Cleveland 21 straight games
in a row.
Who could have seen that coming?
Well, when it was at 5,
when
it was at 5, when it was at 10, yeah. I didn't see.
I think we were too. That's when football season was kind of heated. That we were kind of focused on that. It was like the third preseason game.
But shit, it doesn't matter. We got to keep our ear to the streets. We got to know what's going on out here.
Football's not any more important than baseball in terms of what you should be managing your units for.
Shit, money is money. If it pays, it pays.
Hey, if it fucking pays, it plays.
If it pays, it fucking plays. But like the little girl said in Little Giants, God bless daddy's favorite fucking sport.
Yeah.
Football. Week 1 transpired. Got a chance to see who's who, a little bit of what's what. There was a few surprises.
Had some good picks, though. Had some good picks. Had some bad picks. Couple teams practice. Shout out to the fucking Patriots.
How many of you lost your whole paycheck on the Patriots this week? Put those hands up.
Leave something in the comments.
I know at least 3 of you did. For sure.
Yeah, don't feel bad.
And I'm not above saying I was a Vegas dog. It's just me. I'm going to say...
Well, conspiracy theories.
Mayweather lost the first round too, right? I mean,
we got to make it look. Now the Patriots may run off 15 in a row. They may lose a couple of more. We
Well,
don't
either
know.
way it goes, though, I think that was an inflated spread for the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of
Given that the Chiefs did go 12
I kind of had a
4,
feeling the Chiefs can cover, but
That's
you
what we
know,
wanted.
I was riding the wave too, Patriots. So you
while
know.
it's on my brain right now, in hindsight, of course you see everything, but given the hindsight, you can kind of say what you would have did in foresight. What we should have known is that Chiefs were number 5, number 6, given depending on whose power rankings you go by, and they also were 12-4 last year. And even though Tom Brady was out, they did beat the Patriots. So those should have been red flags.
And Patriots had some key injuries, right?
Patriots had key
Just
injuries.
lost Edelman.
Yeah.
That was big.
Edelman was big.
Messed up my fantasy
We
team.
we thought they would be just fine without Edelman, and they did not look just
We
fine.
did.
But they did, though. They did put up 28 points.
Okay,
That's
shit.
what I said too.
30 points is supposed to win a game.
But
Hey,
see, here's where
second
it
half
goes.
they only scored 10 points.
And here's where
Yeah.
I say refer back to the eyeball test, because my man Mace made a good point. They did score 28, but if you actually
17
sat
of that was
there,
in the first quarter.
17 was in the first quarter. If you sat there and watched the game, you noticed that, I don't know if it's a long term or short term, but Tom Brady did not look like Tom. He was missing wide open on receivers. He had a couple of
like
drops.
40-year-old, right? Looked about 40 years old.
He
out
looked
there.
like he was diving off the cliff like Max Kellerman from First Take says, but we want to give him the benefit of the doubt and just say that was an aberration.
I think that was all due to Edelman not being there.
You think he just threw off everything
He
like that?
did. He does. He's the go-to.
He's a security blanket.
He's a security blanket.
Just not to make this a topic, but yes or no question: is he more valuable than Gronk?
I think yes.
I think it's clear that he is.
Yes, it's clearly. Look, they won
Gronk.
the Super Bowl without Gronk, and shit, they got their ass
But
kicked
they
by
had
KC
Martellus
without-
Bennett though, so
I
it
just
wasn't
think
like they
Gronk
had
is
a
like an
void
afterthought for
there.
them now.
He's not an afterthought.
He still draws attention
See now
because of his
this
name.
year you don't have Martellus Bennett to clean up the slack when Gronk's
Yeah.
injured or having an off game. So he's as valuable, I would say. Like
Yeah,
if they,
Gronk had a crucial drop.
Yeah, he did.
He did
a
have a
pivotal
drop.
drop. He should have caught that.
are the Patriots hungover? Would you say from the Super Bowl, from the press
No,
run,
they're
from
just
all that
hurt.
shit?
They're
Just
hurt.
hurt. They lost Edelman. Amendola went down in the third quarter. You know, Tom needs some receivers. I know he's great, but shit, he needs some type of receivers. So,
All right.
No, Edelman.
Unless-
But don't feel bad though.
Fuck the
And-
Patriots.
and-
Patriots lost everybody their money this week. That doesn't mean we don't take them next week and the weeks beyond. We are on the Patriots. We are pro Patriots.
Pro Patriots.
But let's talk about week 2,
Hold
man.
on. Before we move on from this Patriots game, how close to what we saw are the Chiefs to that? Are they that good? Are they a little bit under that, or was that just any given Sunday type thing that just happened?
I think they're a little bit worse than what we saw. Alex Smith played a great game, threw for like 4 touchdowns, 300 and something yards. He's not going to do that every game.
Did you
for
see
sure
this
not.
stat? It said that was his 7th game throwing for 300 yards.
Yeah,
7
games.
in like a 10-year
Yeah,
career.
14 years he's been playing.
Like, fuck it.
Yeah, Alex Smith is not going to
Now,
ball
do you
like that
think-
every game. But they do have weapons, though.
I was
They
just
got
about to
some
say,
fucking
this is the
weapons.
first time where he had game changers in the backfield,
At
at a wide out. Like,
But he had a lot of.
he didn't have this in San Francisco with Crabtree, and just like Crabtree's a possession receiver. He didn't have somebody that can just break the game wide open. He has 2
Yeah.
guys like that, and he has Baby Gronk.
He had to throw it 60
Yeah.
yards though. He had to throw the pass.
Yeah,
and that's what he didn't do earlier. in
I
his
mean,
career.
yeah, I mean, a
But
lot of
maybe
those
because
were
we believe in him,
a lot of those were big plays. I think they had 2 like 70-yard touchdowns, 75-yard touchdowns.
And you can't count on
And
getting big plays every
Yeah,
game.
you're not gonna.
Yes, you
have
can. You have the fastest guy in the league, and then you have somebody who ran one of the fastest times.
Teams are going to cover that different, or they're going to.
You cannot cover the fastest guy in the league.
You can scheme him out.
You can't, bro.
Nah,
you can
you
put
can't.
2 good dudes on the fastest guy,
No,
and he
'cause
just
let me tell
So
you-
why is D-Jack not like the top receiver in the league?
He's top 10 in deep
deep,
plays.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how does like, what
But
does
see-
that actually mean? That's a great
I see what
highlight.
you're saying, but like on 3rd and 7, if he has to run a post, he can beat the safety and the corner that's guarding him to a spot to catch the ball. Like that's what I'm saying. Tyreek Hill, if you break 1 tackle, he can be gone. Kareem Hunt.
And Tyreek Hill is a little bit more diverse than
D-Jack. He
You
can.
could put him in the
He's
backfield.
shifty.
Yeah, you can put him in the backfield. You can run the reverse. He's returning kicks. He's returning punts. He's doing all that shit. So, I mean, I'll give it up to the Chiefs and what they're doing. I think the Chiefs are a hot team.
And
Look out
Kareem
for the
Hunt
Chiefs.
has almost Tyreek Hill as speed.
Yeah.
Plus, he's a good running back.
Mhm.
And then you have a security blanket who's almost as good as a healthy Gronk. And Travis Kelce.
Yeah, that motherfucker's good. Travis Kelce is a good motherfucker with that ball.
Okay. Now moving on. where should we go next with it?
Let's get into some week 2 football, man. You know, it's Wednesday. We got the Thursday night snoozer.
Oh, snoozer fest.
How do you guys feel? It looks like we got the Houston Texans going on the road to visit the Cincinnati Bengals.
Two teams
who laid
that
a
stuck
fucking
it up
egg.
one.
Yeah, they both laid an egg this week. And you got them both trying to bounce back on the short week. Houston on the road, Cincinnati at home again. How do you guys feel? -6.5 the line is.
First of all, just let me give it to you straight. I'm not touching this game.
Okay.
But if I was touching this game, I would have to go. I would have to be inclined to go Texans, man. I'm thinking that defense is gonna bounce back. The Bengals defense is minus Vontaze Burfict due to the suspension. He's like the heart and soul of that defense.
And he's the nutcracker.
He's the nutcracker.
He's
Literally, like figuratively and literally, he's the nutcracker. I think that the Texans D comes back to earth and is themselves. Mm-hmm. I think with Watson playing a whole game, he has a better rapport with everybody.
Are we sure he's playing the whole game?
Yeah, are we
Yeah,
sure he's playing the whole game?
He's playing the whole game. Like, I mean, if we as the fans see that Arians needs to have him in there, bro. I mean, he scored a touchdown.
We gotta double check those lineups.
Tom Savage didn't do shit. The rookie comes in, marches him down, gets a tub. That's football common sense right there. What do you guys think, though? I don't want to take too much time.
I mean, honestly, I think Cincinnati can cover this, especially if they start the rookie. I know the rookie's good, but going into Cincinnati, that's going to be a tough matchup for him. Fucking first game
But you
starting.
think the defense has his back? I think that defense.
Yeah, but the defense doesn't score points, and he's going to have to be able to produce some points.
He produced points.
They're coming off a short week, you know, so they haven't had many days to practice. That's something you got to factor. You also need to look at this total. 38 points. That is low as shit. But
I think that's a trap.
As I see here, the Cincinnati on the Thursday night under is 8-3. Meaning 8 games out of 11 they hit the under on Thursday
meaning
night.
that they stunk it up and got locked up.
Yeah, I'm just,
that's what that means.
I'm just saying.
That's what that means.
The Thursday night matchup always stinks. It's always a safe bet to take the under is what I'm saying.
And let me just pause you right there. Let me tell you why it always stinks. Like Mike G said, it's a short week for any parties involved in it. Because Monday, Tuesday are usually rest days, and if teams do film study walkthroughs, Wednesday, Thursday's the hard practice, Friday's the nothing, and then Saturday you're pretty much traveling.
No, Friday's the travel.
Friday's travel day, Saturday walkthrough, Sunday game. So really Tuesday, Wednesday is that only practice.
But now you're traveling on Wednesday for a game on Thursday, which means you have to practice on Tuesday.
You might not even practice because you're still recovering from that Sunday game.
You probably have Monday off, Tuesday practice, the Wednesday travel, Thursday game. Like you're on a hella short week. So yeah, it could be a snoozer. It could be a snoozer.
And that's why I personally said I would just take this game.
Yeah, you can just watch this. It's going to be boring. They really need to do away with fucking Thursday night football. Like,
but they're not gonna, it's too much money involved.
Nah, but
it's a money grab.
But that's the thing with football, that they're fucking trying to oversaturate the market. We get Thursday, Sunday, and Monday.
But we like that though, bro. You get off work on a Thursday night.
I honestly could do away with Thursday night football. If they're going to be this boring and this bad,
that's what I'm saying. But if it was the Patriots and the Steelers on Thursday night,
they would have a snooze fest too.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, it would.
No, the Thursday game is always tricky.
Yeah.
I don't think
those
good teams.
game is always tricky, man.
It wasn't tricky with the Patriots and the Chiefs. That was a good game.
I mean, because that was the first game of the season. They wasn't coming off a short week.
No, true.
If they're coming off a short week, they're tired. They don't even like.
But usually it's just like the Jaguars, the Bears. It's never a marquee matchup on Thursday. That's what I will say. That's why it's always a snoozer for me. It's never like that big Dallas against the Giants on Thursday night.
It's just a money grab, but they need to do away with it because it's harmful to the players and it's fucking a boring product.
So we never got your take on the Thursday night game before we move on.
Yeah, I have no take on it. Fuck that game. I'm not betting that game. I'm not touching it.
Snoozer.
Texans are great for a teaser, but again, I've decided for the season I'm only betting on like 4 teams. So you're not going to see me on any of this other peripheral. I'm telling you that right here, right now.
I guess Mike sounds spoken on that. Where we at with the next Mike G?
Alright, let's get into some other games. Another game I like that we've already talked about, as you guys both know, is going to be the New York Jets at the Oakland Raiders in Oakland. Mace, how you feel about that game?
I love the Raiders.
Raiders.
I love the Raiders, and I love the tees.
Let
Let me get the Raiders plus 6.5. Hell yeah.
Elaborate on why you like the
That would be a
Raiders, though.
7-point teaser.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And it depends on where the line ends up, right? But ultimately, I told y'all I want my for sure money. I want them to plot it, and I'm taking my 4 or 5 teams with the points on them. I did go wrong on the Patriots, and I'll take that. I'll eat that for one game of the season. But I came right back and I hit Atlanta, Chicago on a teaser. I think I can put the points on any 2 teams and keep hitting all season, all year. So be on the lookout for the teaser picks because those are going to be potential locks of every week.
Most definitely. I looked at you dead in the cameras and told you basically I gave it away on my poker face on how I feel about this game. The Raiders went into Tennessee, handled their business by a favorable margin. The Jets are basically flying across the country. That's
Who was doing all that woofing about the Titans again?
Hey, man, Mr. Tennessee Titan himself here. I was gonna stall him out, but you did bring it up, Mace. But
No
keep in
stalling outs
mind,
over here.
from the eyeball test, that's what I refer to. The Jets mustered up a hot 12 points against the Bills, who are not that good at all. The Raiders are hitting on all cylinders on offense. I respect their defensive front seven, even though the secondary is kind of iffy. But I think it's enough to beat the Jets by 2 touchdowns. Factor in the Jets are flying from New York to the Southern California, basically.
No.
Northern California, but it's kind of southern.
And they fucking suck.
And they suck.
Yeah, they fucking suck.
Can you guys name the quarterback? Quick, do it right now.
I can't.
The rookie? Ish.
The who? Exactly. It's fucking exact in the black hole.
Dude, no, okay, Hackenberger.
He's not it.
Yeah. He's on the team.
He's on the team. He's
All right, he's on the
lost his
team.
spot. But look,
Damn.
another thing to factor in. It was a lot of speculation around beast mode. From what my eyes told me, that they got beast mode, not a ran down, rusty version.
He
They
looked fine
got.
to me.
He looked fine to me. So you add that to a team who would have went to the AFC Championship had Derek Carr not went down, and that's a recipe for disaster for the Jets. That's how I feel about it, Mike G.
Hey,
You can let us know.
I suggest you start Derek Carr. If you got him on your fantasy team,
It's gonna
Yeah.
be.
he's
bro.
knocked up for 3 or 4 touchdowns on the
It's
Jets.
it's widely. My colleagues don't agree with me, but it's widely known around the league, and I'm just gonna put it out there that the Jets are tanking to get a quarterback next year. So they're not fielding the best talent. This is professional football, so guys are gonna be going full throttle because you can get injured playing football half-assed, but the best talent is not out there.
I agree. Jets are a dangerous play here. They stink. They fucking stink right now. Raiders looked good last week. I will admit, as a Tennessee fan, they had a good offense. Those receivers are really hard to cover.
Did you guys see the Rams versus the Colts?